So when someone contacts you, how do they navigate through such an extreme amount of information?
Most of them, if not all, are very, versed in working in different kinds of archives because they're, professional scholars. So the archive is only available upon application, and you need to, more or less pass a test to come. And we don't, for instance, we wouldn't put it online. You still need to come here to and be on the premises to work. All because we're honoring Bergman's will that stated in his deed of gift that no material should be removed from the film house. But the main reason why it's been digitized is logistical, because of course then we wouldn't need they can just look at their own leisure on whatever they're interested in, and rather than having someone go down here and get it for them. But also of course because some of it, or almost all of it, is fragile. It's not even like many other museums and archives. We can't possibly insure it because there is just no way to retrieve it. I mean, if it is stolen, it's gone. Or if it's, if God forbid, there's a fire or something, it can't possibly be replaced. So that's another reason why we are sort of reluctant to give it out to people. Occasionally he would perhaps give someone, an actor or someone or a loved one or someone he worked with, a gift, like a script, for instance, and which is eventually out there on the market. And that actually happens a couple of times a year, I guess.
Really?
There was an auction where they auctioned off some notes that he had written to his housekeeper, post-it notes, and notes and often rather rude, often comical, but things like, "We're out of cheese, get new one," and "This cheese wasn't good, let's go with the one we had last," that sort of thing. But that, of course, wasn't something that we would be keen to have. But if we acquire something, we would think long and hard, because for one thing we don't have the economy to do it, and another reason is that we wouldn't want to create a market, because that's what happens when institutions buy stuff, and the market is aware of them buying stuff.
So is there then, for example, something that has been rejected? Have you ever received something related to Bergman and said, "Thank you, but no thank you"?
No. Well, I mean, when it comes to... That's actually... it's a good question, because, we have been offered, to buy stuff that we said no to, just because it's been too expensive for us, or that we just don't, we haven't found it that interesting. But whenever someone is willing to donate something, we've always said yes. So, for instance, if a collaborator, like an editor or a set designer or someone, has some interesting materials and will donate it to it, then we'll create an archive within the archive, an archive of that specific person. So, Liv Ullmann, for instance, has donated his or her correspondence with Bergman to us.
Those would be the ones we saw in the documentary?
Yes, okay. Exactly. And that's part of Liv Ullmann's archive in the Ingmar Bergman Archives.
So it's in here somewhere?
It is.